I'm sure every one of us is familiar with the Tacoma Narrows Bridge. Probably not so much about the financing of that bridge. It opened in 2007 with a debt of $735 million. So this bridge has been 99% toll paid by those going from the east and west across the actual Narrows in Tacoma. There has been short-term relief that's been provided over the years. But quite frankly, we have an interesting situation, and maybe because it was 2007, it may be not that surprising. But for whatever reason, the debt service was set up so there would be an increasing debt service over the years. And so going forward, until the debt is paid, there actually is $125 million in escalating debt service that is due on the bridge. So if we leveled it off, and if we were paying on an even basis, we'd have $125 million in excess of that going forward. So, Mr. Speaker, we had a task force set up and worked with the Transportation Commission to try to come up with a solution that I participated in, and both the gentlelady and the gentleman from the 26th district and the gentleman and the gentlelady from the 28th district participated in. They came up with a solution. I won't talk about that solution because it was probably one that I wouldn't be able to get you to vote for today, Mr. Speaker. But we did, the good gentleman from the 26th and I did come up with a solution I think that will satisfy the need to hold rates down, toll rates down on the bridge. It provides $85 million, and in all courtesy to the gentleman for the 28th, bridge loan to pay for the $185 million of the $125 million, and then $40 million would be raised with an additional increase 2 years from now, a 25-cent increase on toll users. So I think we've put together a good solution. I really appreciate the interest of the gentleman from the 26th to work with me. I know it wasn't his first choice about how to do this, but it does provide the stability that we need for both people, both communities on the east and west side of the bridge, and those from the Olympic Peninsula and the Kitsap Peninsula wanting to get to the other side of Puget Sound. So I recommend the bill to you highly. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The gentleman from the 26th District, Representative Young.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This bill is a major deal for the commuters of the Tacoma Narrows Bridge and Highway 16. It also is an example of what we can do when you work together and you find partners that are willing to help you work for bipartisan solutions. The truth is it provides real relief for these commuters, and it finally resolves the financial problems that have plagued this deal since the bridge was built and put into place. With that said, you never get exactly what you want, but when you're willing to work hard and you find partners that genuinely want to roll up their sleeves, like the gentleman from the 27th district. I also want to thank the chair of the Transportation Committee, the good lady from the 41st, and also the gentleman from the 20th district, who I've bent his ear a number of times on this. The truth is, these were willing partners that cared about the commuters and cared about trying to get a real solution that worked for the people of this district. It took a lot of time. This was a complex finance deal that was put on the bridge, and when we got all of our heads together and really hunkered down, we were able to finally come up with something that I'm happy to recommend a yes vote for. I also would be remiss if I didn't note that one of the members of actually the president of the Citizens Advisory Committee is in the gallery today. He was a great co-leader or sponsor of the work group that we put together this summer. There was a number of others on that committee that did yeoman's work. And I also want to thank the Transportation Commission for their efforts on this too. It's a great all-around effort that shows how government can work together, how bipartisanship can provide real solutions for the people of this state. So thank you.
Further remarks? The leader from the 26th District, Representative Caldier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, when the Tacoma Narrows Bridge tolls, everything was all constructed, the people who were here that supported it, they knew that it would start off at $3 a toll, and it would go up. And they knew that they probably wouldn't even be here when it would go up. And they would pass that problem on to future legislators who would be representing the 26th district and the 28th district, and it wouldn't be their problem. Okay, so I came in and I inherited a problem. And I'm sorry, but this particular proposal to say that in 2022, that whoever's going to be here representing the good people of the 26th district and the 28th district who are disproportionately affected by this, that it's going to go up by a quarter, which may not seem like a whole lot, but to the people who are there, it went from $3 a toll to $6 a toll. And during those meetings, we had talked about getting funding from the legislature so that we didn't have to get a loan. This is a loan. I'm sorry, but when everything was put in place, we should have gotten money from the legislature to fund that. So I'm not happy with this. This is not what we talked about during the study. And I will be supporting this only because it's better than nothing. But that's pretty much what it is. We should have fought harder. Unfortunately, I'm just going to stop talking at this point. Okay? So, thank you.
Are there further remarks?
Great job on the speed round. Time for closing comments.
Did you want me to respond to that one?
Michelle, sorry, did I?
No, that's okay. Because
I jumped ahead there.
Because I'm going to be the bearer of bad news, and the bill that was passed, it did not guarantee that there would only be a 25% increase. Okay, the bill that was passed was, in my opinion, a little bit more of a gimmick, where basically we extended the length of the loan. So when I first came, and I was pretty vocal about that at the time. So when I first came in 2016, I was able to get $2.5 million transfer from the motor vehicle account. 2017, I got an approval for a $5 million loan from the motor vehicle account. And we had a work group to address and figure out what we can do to get equitable answers and an equitable response, because quite honestly, we did not get our fair share for the tolls. There is no guarantee that the tolls will not increase. So what you were told was incorrect. And I am incredibly concerned that the tolls will go up. That is the proposal that they have put forward, because the ridership was down. And that is something I will continue to fight for, to try to get equity in that. So, yes.
All right, thank you. Thanks for catching me, Michelle.